Shalom and welcome. We're here with Janette today. She's going to be presenting a table about Atlas, the coming comet, visitor, traveler. We're going to see what she's got to share. And this is based on a video that we recently saw where we heard of Harvard professor and astrophysicist Avi Loeb saying that this is coming in and it's coming in hot. So we're ready for you, Janette. Thank you so much, sister.
Okay, shalom, everybody, and tada dana. Right, let's have a look, get straight to it and see what we have got. Because this is quite an interesting table, well, they all are, but it's work in progress. I think I'm going to be adding to it as time goes on. Let's start at the beginning. So this is Avi Loeb. Some of the things that he's saying, that this is different, that is not a comet. I'll just read this to you. A Harvard astrophysicist has revealed the exact date a mysterious interstellar object is set to reach our planet. Professor Avi Loeb has been monitoring what he has dubbed an alien probe since its discovery on July the 1st. Loeb has proposed that this interstellar traveller, designated 31 Atlas or 3I Atlas, some are calling it, could be carrying surveillance equipment or even weaponry. It may come to save us or destroy us. We'd better be ready for both options, the professor said. And according to his calculations, any potential encounter would occur within a narrow window spanning November the 21st to December the 5th this year. The professor bases this timeline on the object's trajectory, noting it will pass behind the sun from Earth's vantage point this October. 3I Atlas is on a retrograde path, travelling in the other direction to our solar system's natural flow, while staying on Earth's orbital plane. The Harvard scientist has claimed that there is only a 0.2% probability of such a trajectory occurring naturally. So, I also came across this, or when we were talking about it in class. So we have this lady, Anna Paulina Luna, Committee on Oversight and Government Reform, Committee on Foreign Affairs, wonderful name. And she has written to the Honourable Sean Duffy, National Aeronautics and Space Administration. I won't read all of the letter, just the highlighted parts. So what she wants, what she suggests, is that the Juno spacecraft, which is currently going around Jupiter, gets as close as possible to 3I Atlas at its closest approach in mid-March 2026. This memo asks NASA to conduct this study. If insufficient fuel is left, observing 3I Atlas from the current orbit of Juno will also be of great value. So everybody's really interested in this. So let's have a look, see what else we can find out about it. Discovered by the Asteroid Terrestrial Impact Last Alert System, which is why they've named it Atlas, station at Rio Hurtado, Chile, on the 1st of July 2025. It's a bit concerning, really, that even such a thing exists as this. When it was discovered, it was entering the inner solar system. It is the third interstellar object, meaning it's coming in from outside of our solar system, confirmed passing through the solar system after 1I, Oumuamua, discovered in October 2017, and 2I Borisov, discovered in August 2019. I didn't hear about this, don't remember this at the time. So this, hence the prefix of 3I for Atlas.
They don't tell us what the I means, do they?
Interstellar, I think.
Ah,
I think it means that was Oumuamua was the first interstellar. Borisov was
I see that. Yeah.
and Atlas is the third. Apparently, it has no tail at the moment. Well, some things say it has a tail, and some things says that it hasn't got a tail, but it has got some interesting things about it, which we'll go into. But they think it will continue growing a dust coma endotail as it comes closer to the sun. So we'll have to wait and see what's going to happen. Nobody knows. That's what makes it, quite interesting. So this picture, interstellar comet 3I Atlas transforms into a giant cosmic rainbow in trippy new telescope image. Shoots towards us through the solar system. Okay.
Amazing rainbow.
Yeah, and of course that's a sign from YaHuWaH of his covenant. 3I Atlas can be seen shining like a rainbow-coloured string of cosmic pearls in a trippy new time-lapse image captured by a telescope in Hawaii. The interloper was discovered on July the 1st. NASA confirmed it was an interstellar object, an ejected piece of an alien star system that is shooting through our cosmic neighbourhood. It is only the third object of its kind ever spotted and is most likely a large comet, stretching up to 15 miles or 24 kilometres across. So that's pretty big.
Giant.
Scientists baffled as mysterious interstellar object produces its own light, defying comet theory. So, according to Harvard astrophysicist Avi Loeb, the object dwarfed 3I Atlas seemed to be generating its own light, similar to a vehicle turning on its headlights, but its source is currently a mystery. So the whole thing is a bit of a mystery. Looking at Avi Loeb, the word Avi means father or father of many, and the word Loeb, Hebrew, lion or heart, lion heart, father of many. So that was interesting. So just a couple of memes from Google. Mysterious interstellar object. NASA calls it a comet. A comet. Scientists hint at alien technology. 114 days were from when this meme was made. Oumuamua 2, they're saying new interstellar objects. Again, may not be with the light. Now, let's start putting a few things together. Last year, on April the 8th, we had the total solar eclipse over America, and NASA fired 3 rockets during the eclipse named APEP. APEP is named after the serpent deity from ancient Egyptian mythology, nemesis of the sun deity Ra. And at the same time, CERN tested the world's most powerful particle accelerator during the solar eclipse to search for invisible matter that secretly powers our universe. Now, one of the interesting things about CERN is it's where it's built, and we'll get to that in a minute, but the devices on it, one is called Alice. This ring is called Atlas. And then we've got LH, I think it's G, V, and C and S. But it has a device called Atlas. Another interesting characteristic of CERN is its relationship to Apollyon. A large portion of CERN is located in the territory of St. Genus Puili. In Roman times, it was called Apolliacum. The town and a temple were dedicated to Apollyon, the destroyer. You can't make this stuff up, can you? And in Revelation 9, as it says, and they have over them a sovereign, the messenger of the pit of the deep, whose name in Hebrew is Abaddon, but in Greek he has the name Apollyon. Another interesting coincidence is we're going to have Hanukkah, Feast of Dedication, during the evening of December the 14th, 2025, to Monday, December the 22nd, 2025. And on December the 19th is when Comet 3i Atlas will make its closest approach to Earth. Now, I know it's not a commanded feast, Hanukkah, but YaHuWaH kept it, and it is mentioned in the Bible. Feast of dedication, initiation, consecration, Hanukkah. The Maccabean rededication of the Second Temple in 165 BC perpetuated the term Hanukkah and is remembered in John 10:22, where Yeshua attended the Feast of Dedication. While that event lies outside the Old Testament canon, its very name derives from Hanukkah and continues the biblical pattern of celebrating Yahuwah's provision and presence. And it's interesting reading if you want to go into that. John 10:22 and 23. At that time, the Hanukkah came to be in Jerusalem, and it was winter. And YaHuWaH was walking in the Kodesh place in the porch of Shalom, of Solomon. So that's written in the scriptures. Okay, so here's the table. So it's quite a small table. It's only got a skip of 331. And when you look that up in Strong's, it means to close, stops, shuts. Okay. So Proverbs 11:28 to 19:12. So when we look at the underlying text, there should be a few interesting scripture verses in there. Let's just move you guys up there so I can read this. Okay, so this is the access term. So this is Atlas. And across the top of Atlas, we'll start at the top here, we've got 31, as in Lamed Aleph. So we could have Lamed Aleph this way or Lamed Aleph down that way. Hue into shape is the Pei Psalmic Lamed, Pei Psalmic Lamed. And that would suggest that it's been made, it's not a natural creation. It didn't come about naturally, it's been formed. I will disqualify is the Aleph Pei Psalmic lamed, and nose, anger, wrath. There's the just Aleph Pay here. So what else have we got? These down there. We've got foreign, strange here in the blue. We've got Loeb coming down here with the green. The Lamed, Yod, Yod, Bet with the green. And here in the pink, there we've got Comet and Avi. It's only 3 letters. Aleph, Bet, Vet, Yod. And in the red, we've got and Saw. And this Yod is being shared by Avi and Loeb. So you could say Avi, Loeb, Saw, foreign, strange, and that's sort of all in the same diagonal line, and then Comet right next to it there. With the black circles, we've got front, preliminary, sort of the beginning of. Here we have, we've got the dedication with the circles during the Feast of Dedication, as I mentioned. The Aleph Wa Resh there, visitor, guest. We've got YaHuWaH. We'll deal with this horizontal line. We've got YaHuWaH. We've got hit, shoot with the green circles, and we've got he shall rescue with the blue circles, and we've also got in my name. So in my name, YaHuWaH, he shall rescue, all on the same horizontal line, and hit, shoot. I don't know why, hit, shoot. I don't know what will be hit or shot, if anything, but it was there, and where it was, I thought it, when we look back, it could well be very relevant. We've got here with this pink, they deceived. There. This was an interesting find, cylindrical, and it also means regional, and it also means Galilean. Let's just move you guys up there again. Okay, and we have Yeshua again here, and it's sharing the sheen with in my name. In my name, Yeshua. And of course, Yeshua is also here with this gold. This green, the Zadi, Wa, Pay, Pay, the spy, watching, and it's also peer into the distance and wait. These little black circles is lantern, lamp, and it also means black eye. So if you remember, it said about it looking like it had a headlight. Obviously couldn't find the word headlight, but front lamp, preliminary lantern, you know, at the front, black eye. So I thought those two went together, rather nice. We've got passenger, traveller here in the blue. And that's just my name. We've got chariot, his chariot, here with the purple. Here with this turquoise, we've got Amorite name for Mount Hermon. And the word front shares the yod. So that's the shin Noon, Yod, Resh, just there. With this blue, with the circles, we've got and deceives. So there's a little bit of deception going on. It's got they deceived there. What deceives what? I don't know yet, but I'm sure as events transpire over the weeks and months, I shall be having a further look into this table as information comes out and look to see if the information is in this table or even in another table. And there's a bit more exciting news at the end of this presentation about that. So what else can we find out? So Pasal, Porsal, the carved, to carve, whether wood or stone. As I said, it looked like that meant to me graven idol, a made object rather than a naturally formed. Pasal binds together scenes of covenant renewal, temple building and prophetic critique, whether in Moses' hands or in an idol maker's workshop. The chisel reveals the heart behind the work. Yielded to YaHuWaH, the tool prepares vessels of revelation. Wielded in autonomy, it fabricates lies, and there was deception in the table. The verb, therefore, challenges every generation to ensure its craftsmanship, literal or metaphorical, serves the living Elohim, whose word endures forever. So, interesting times. What's behind it? Who made it? Who created it? Who formed it? So this is the same word with clines, to disqualify, declare unfit. That's interesting meaning. Worthless matter, the art of sculpture, formed. Okay. I mentioned Oumuamua as being the first interstellar object that came into our solar system, and the interesting name Oumuamua, Hawaiian for scout. So it was the first to come in, and it's named in Hawaiian scout. It is Hawaiian for a messenger from afar, arriving first. My goodness.
Right? That's so deep.
It is, isn't it, how this is all coming together. And as you suggested, Darla, to look for this word in the table, and I looked for the word in the table, but it wasn't in the table, but I did find a whole new table with this word in it. And my goodness, look at what I found. So this is the access term of this new table. There were actually, I only put a skip in of 7 numbers, and there were actually 8 tables. And now you've got to choose which table you feel that YaHuWaH wants you to work with. So I thought it would be interesting to look again at the shorter skip, especially when I looked at Strong's and what a skip of 138 actually means. And it means worshipper of Yah. Now, how could I pass that up as a table?
Amazing. Yeah.
Yeah. So if I just move you guys back up here again. Right, across the Old Testament, the name Adonijah, that's the name, embodies both peril and promise. So there you've got the dual again. David's son warns against self-promotion that defies divine purpose, whether the Levite and priest demonstrate humble service to the revealed word. Together, the occurrences reinforce the overarching biblical themes of rightful kingship, covenant fidelity, and the baruchness of aligning one's life in ministry with the sovereign choices of Yahuwah. Now, I had a little look to see what was inside this table, and lo and behold, inside the access term, which is Oumuamua, we have and judgment, Adin, and judgment, and a judge, defend, plead, running inside the same access term. So I know what I'll be working on for the next few days. I do have a few actually, different things, but
And
now,
look how long that access term is, though.
yes, and such a small
9
skip.
letters.
Yeah, and it's such a small skip.
Yeah. Amazing.
And look, a worshipper of Yah. My goodness.
Yeah.
So, just a quick mention as well, being as we had the word for Mount Hermon, and it reminded me, you know, I don't want to give any credence to all these deities, the Roman and the Greek ones, but still, we're putting the information together. And in the apocryphal book of Enoch, Mount Hermon is the place where the Watcher class of fallen angels descended to the earth. Okay, Genesis 6, and it came to be when men began to increase on the face of the earth, and daughters were born to them, that the sons of Elohim saw the daughters of men, that they were tow, and they took wives for themselves of all whom they chose. And Yahuwah said, my Ruach shall not strive with man forever in his going astray. He is flesh, and his days shall be 120 years. The Nephilim were on the earth in those days, and also afterward, when the sons of Elohim came into the daughters of men, and they bore children to them. Those were the mighty men who were of old, the men of name, of renown. And of course, Atlas, this is the Greek deity Atlas, who is supposed to be holding or held the world on his shoulders. Now, being as, to put it all together, being as LHC fired up during the eclipse, and the 3 rockets were launched at the time of the eclipse, and the LHC is over the ancient temple of Apollyon, the key, you know, he's going to come with the key to the bottomless pit. I'm not saying this Atlas that's coming is the key to the bottomless pit, but I'm just saying we've got to keep oil in our lamps. We've got to be wise as serpents and gentle as doves. And we've got to look for everything so that we're not deceived, because there is going to be great deception, you know. And the other thing, talking about keys and the bottomless pit, 2 more words that I found is the word key, and here it is here, and to the pit, and here it is here. So there we are. I don't know.
Hi, Jan. I'm also thinking there's a link to what's the Revelation scripture of the comet that comes and impacts the earth and 1/3 of everything dies.
Yes, yeah. That's one of the 3 angels, isn't it? I think.
One of the seals, I think.
Yeah, a star falls from the heaven. One falls on the waters, one falls on the oceans, and one falls on the earth and destroys, yeah, 1/3. That you got 1/3 of the trees and the grass, and 1/3 of the oceans, and 1/3 of the rivers and the waters are destroyed. Yeah, so But this is nice to know. He shall rescue in my name. You just hang on tightly to the hem of his garment because it's all in his hands. I'll just finish up here and then we can have a nice chat. Nehemiah 9, I felt to add this time. 9:6. You are Yahuwah, you alone. You have made the Shamayim of the Shamayims, with all their host, the earth and all that are on it, the seas and all that are in them. And you give high to them all life. And the host of the Shamayim are bowing themselves to you. It's all in his hands, it's all in his perfect timing. So Tada, and thank you for watching. May Yahushua Baruch you in Yahuwah's name. Amen.
Amen. Thank you, Janette.
Amen.
Can you go back to the table?
Yeah, there you go. Can you see it?
Yep, I do. I was just mentioning to Janette before we went live here that on her To the Pit and Key that it's chapter 32, verse 22 on Job, and it's Isaiah 22, verse 22 on Key. So those were pretty interesting. Oh, and I also wanted to mention I actually looked up when we were looking up how to spell Loeb, it came up as Lamed Yod Yod Bet. And I was just checking on that. It turns out that Loeb is the Yiddish, and then Wikipedia gave us the Hebrew. So the Hebrew is the Lamed Yod Yod Bet, but the Yiddish is the Loeb. And it means my father is a lion. Yeah, imagine that. So that's what this professor's name was. His parents named him, My Father is a Lion. Pretty cool.
Yes.
That's a bit of self-promotion for the parenting there.
Exactly, right? Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was wondering how I can't recall how to spell Mount Sinai. Is it a sheen? Is it
It's a
Sheen Noon Yod? Because that's interesting that the Mount Hermon in the Amorite is Shanir. Yeah, I think I can't remember if it's a Samic or a Sheen for Sinai.
I thought it was a Samic. I can look it up if you want.
Yes,
Oh.
God, funny.
I know. Yeah.
I think that's
So,
pretty interesting. Mount Sinai and Mount Hermon there, just so closely spelled in these Hebrew spellings here.
But you got Shinar too, which
Oh,
is
yeah.
mentioned a lot in biblical.
That's right, Bonnie.
Yeah.
we've got what?
Shinar.
Shinar.
Yes.
The land of Shinar. Okay. Interlinear. Where are you there?
And so all of this, while she's looking that up, it happens between Proverbs 11 and Proverbs 19. Pretty amazing.
Sinai. Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
Sinai is Samic Yod Noon Yod. I'm looking at Psalm 68:17 in the interlinear. Yeah, but yeah, do you want me to look at Shinar? Because that's a psalm.
Yeah, it's pretty close to that Mount Hermon, and I think there probably is a
Uh-huh.
relationship between them.
You've got Isaiah 11:11, Genesis 14:9, Genesis 14:1, Zechariah 5:11, just Joshua 7:21, and Zechariah 5:11 again. Well, Genesis 14:1 will be there. And it came to pass in the days of Amraphel, king of Shinar.
That's Sheen Noon Iron Resh.
Sheen Noon Iron Resh. Yeah, it's got an iron in it. I can look it up. It's a derivative of 8152. Yep, which is still a Sheen Noon Iron Resh. Never mind. We've got probably foreign derivations. Shinar, a plane in Babylonia.
Yeah. Land of
Yes.
Nimrod,
Yeah.
Tower of Babel.
Huh?
In the derivatives at the bottom of the page, it doesn't give one without the iron. So, darn it.
Bonnie, did you say Shinar in the land of Shinar?
Yeah.
That's Iraq.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, she found Sheen Noon Resh in the table, but Shinar has an iron in it. It's Sheen Iron Resh. So it's not quite that. And it's not a derivative of that either. Which is a
Zechariah 5, that chapter.
sorry?
Zechariah 5, the chapter talks about the land of Shinar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just going to have a look in Google Translate Israel to see if what Sheen Noon Resh gives us.
Yeah. So it seems that Shinar was where humanity gathered and rebelled against YaHuWaH, but this is Shinir here on her table. Hermon, the northern highland, sometimes symbolic of loftiness and pride. So that's interesting because that could be an inference of what it means besides just Mount Hermon, that it would stand for loftiness and pride. Yeah.
Well, in Google Translate Israel, we don't have anything for Sheen Noon Resh, but Noon Resh, if you wanted to take Sheen as a prefix, Noon Resh is light, candle, lamp. That's actually also suppository, but never mind. So Sheen as a prefix is who, which, or that. So you could say that light, that candle, that lamp.
Yeah, sometimes we find things inclined too, and we actually do a lot of this checking.
Oh, and if if I put a space between the Sheen and the noon, I get a candle. So that sort of bears that out.
Yeah.
So yeah, in clines we find lots of things, don't we? Particularly the red words.
That word is not there though. Sheen Noon Resh is not there in clines. I just checked. Yeah, usually we check all of these things before we come on live, but every once in a while something kind of piques our sight on it when we actually see it in the presentation here. And Janette, do you want to go and look at the verses now? Do you have some verses to show?
Sure. Yeah.
Right. We'll just look at these verses that she's bringing up here. Yeah, pretty amazing that this is coming in, and I guess they saw it for the first time in July. And then Anna Paulina Luna was talking about a manifestation of it in 2026 in the spring, but I guess it's supposed to be closest in.
Darla, I just came across something and I cannot remember where I saw this or heard this, and it was just a couple of days ago, that they want full blown out war the middle of March of 2026.
Who's they?
I don't remember. It was going through the news, or
Yeah.
I just can't remember, but I remember hearing that.
Yeah.
I mean, I was watching a video or something. I thought it was very interesting. So
yeah, it wouldn't surprise me by any means.
So are you saying, because I came in late, there's Janette saying that it's going to come in? What's going to happen through Janette on middle of March 2026? What is she saying?
No, that's when it's going to be closest to Jupiter, apparently, and she wants the Juno probe satellite that's going around Jupiter to have a look at Atlas as it goes by.
There we go. Well, look at the last letter that is encoded there. What's all the empty spaces? Like it's the end of the book? It's not the end of the book.
Look, it starts at 1.
Yeah.
Yeah. It ends at 125. So yeah, that's the end.
Okay. I don't know if I've ever recalled it having no more letters at the end of it. Do you want to check the first and the last letters you have found? And anything else you want to show us?
Yeah, I did write down a few interesting ones, but we'll look at the let me just get to my list of them. There we are. We haven't got Tezza with us, have we?
I'd like to actually see the yod that was sharing with Avi Loeb found.
Oh, that's great. Yeah.
Yeah. Normally we don't do 3-letter words, but hey, that yod is sharing 2 other letters, so that's very pertinent.
So this is the first letter, isn't it?
Yeah.
42.
Mhm.
And it's Proverbs 11:29. He who troubles his own house shall inherit the wind, and the fool shall be servant to the wise of heart.
Ooh. Inherit the wind. That'd be a wonderful, wonderful table, wouldn't it? Did we have the same Stella?
Amazing.
And the last letter is the noon, that's on the end of my name, as far as I can make out there. And of course, obviously, all along here would probably be the same verse. And it's Proverbs
Wow.
Yeah, look at that.
9:12. The king's wrath is like the roaring of a lion, but his favor is like dew on the grass.
So there's kind of with Avi Loeb saying,
Mm.
which means my father is a lion. There you've got
Yeah.
your lion. And
Yeah.
he was saying, we don't know if it's coming to rescue us or destroy us. I don't put it in my own words there, but there was this, well, is it this or is it the other? But we need to be prepared for both, he was saying.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So there's that dichotomy in that verse as well.
Yeah. This is
Very
the
Hebrew, isn't it?
Yeah.
this is the ode that's shared by 3 different terms.
No, I think it was the next one over, Jan. The one in line 91,
That one?
92.
Who?
I think it was the one in line 92. I can see Abi.
92.
Oh, you're talking
Yeah.
about a different yod than she's trying to
Oh,
share.
that's right.
I think that's why.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Ignore me. I can't see.
We'll get to you.
Okay.
Proverbs 15:28. The heart of the righteous ponders how to answer, but the mouth of the wicked pours out evil things.
Ain't that the truth?
So which yod do you want? This one?
Yeah,
The one with
nine-
Avi
nine-
Lieb.
Oh, over here.
992.
Next one down there we go.
Yeah, that one. Yeah.
On Avi. Proverbs 16:19. Better it is to be of a humble ruach with the lowly than to divide the spoil with the proud.
Amen.
Okay. Let's have a look. A couple that I have found. If I start over at 37. That's an I am there for Yeshua. And we have Proverbs 16:17. The highway of the upright is to depart from evil. He who guards his way preserves his soul.
Oh, nice.
That is nice, isn't it? On the
Yeah.
island there.
Don't get Darla started on the word highway.
Oh, I know. I'm already
Ah,
coming in on that.
Messiah.
Yep, right.
And the Yod, that's Yeshua, is Proverbs 15:16. Better is little with the fear of YaHuWaH than great treasure and trouble with it.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Amen.
And then the access term, the Aleph in the access term is Proverbs 15:5. A fool despises his father's instruction, but he who heeds reproof is prudent.
Mm.
Yep.
Okay, anybody else want?
How about the Zodi? Is that a Kuf Zodi? The letters are light in 83 and 84.
83. Yeah, there, Kuf Sadi.
Zodi,
Well, they're both
Okay.
gonna.
yeah, either one of them. Yeah.
Yeah. Proverbs 14:23. He who is slow to wrath is of great understanding, but he who is hasty of ruach exalts folly.
Yep. There's that dichotomy again.
Mm.
Yes.
It's covered. Every sentence is, a scale and balance.
Yeah. What about the Zodi in 49?
Proverbs 15:28. The heart of the righteous ponders how to answer, but the mouth of the wicked pours out evil things.
Okay, we've already had that one.
Yeah.
It's think before you speak phrase, isn't it?
Yes.
Mm.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
always watching, just watching as these end times are just so fascinating. So much more fascinating than what they give you on the news.
Mm.
So much more going on. What about the tet in the bottom, almost the bottom row?
This pink.
Yes.
It is Proverbs 19:2. Also, it is not told that the soul should be without knowledge, and he who hurries with his feet sins.
Wow.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
And that's Comet. That's the text in Comet.
There we go. And what about, where did I see that other letter? What about the pay in 56?
I was just looking at that.
Really? So was I. And there's another, the next letter over to the right is also a pay.
Yeah, there.
Uh,
Okay. Well, that and that will probably say the same,
Yes.
but we can check it. Proverbs 17:18. A man who strikes the palm is void of understanding and becomes surety in the presence of his friend.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's the same.
Oh, that's a handshake. Yeah, the strikes the palm. Is that like a handshake?
I'm not sure.
Yeah. Okay. I'm in Bible Club. Do you want the topical? What is it? Proverbs 17:18.
Yeah, it looks like it's talking about a pledge to be someone's surety.
Proverbs 17:18.
Which letter is that you're looking up, Janette?
Which one was it that I clicked on? I just randomly went across the line to
Oh, I see.
Oh,
something
was it,
else.
was it 1718?
I think that's what
looking
you said. I think that's what you said.
Yeah.
Something about striking the
I've just
palm.
clicked on this Gimel.
A man, the interlinear
That's
reads,
not long.
a man lacking understanding shakes a pledge, shakes a hand pledge and becomes surety for his friend. So,
He agrees to do it. He agrees to co-sign. I think that's the gist of it.
yeah,
Bonnie?
I'm thinking, where do I go next on it? When do I find the commentary? Here we go, commentary.
What's this tar up here? It's part of To the Pit. The wicked craves, he is snared by evil, but the righteous strike root. And that's Proverbs 12:12. So that's that tar. That is in the pit, to the pit, sorry. There. It's the line. To the pit. Proverbs 13:20. He who walks with wise men shall be wise, but a companion of fools will suffer harm. Oh, yeah. Yes, indeed. All right. Any more?
Yeah, the ISR translation on that one you read on the taw, the verse there is Proverbs 12:12. The ISR says the wrong one craves the catch of evildoers, but the root of the righteous yields fruit.
Was that this one?
Yeah.
Yeah, strike root.
Yeah.
The righteous strike root.
Yeah, think about growing, gardening, striking
Yeah.
roots.
Strong roots.
Yeah.
I've got a commentary on that handshake one from Proverbs 17:18, if you want to.
Go. You want to share screen?
Sure, why not? Talking about handshake deals here and there about what's known and what's not known in the world.
Oh, yeah.
Share screen.
I'm going to have a drink while you're doing it. So.
Thank you. Okay, can you see Proverbs 17:18?
There we go. Yeah.
Yeah. So Ellicott first off is talking about the presence of a friend. For the same warning. Okay, so Benson's actually says a man struck his hands in token of his becoming surety of which praise and the thing intended by it. See notes on the other verse there. This proverb is fitly placed after that in Proverbs 17:17 to intimate that although the laws of friendship oblige us to love and help our friends in trouble as far as we are able, yet they do not oblige us to become surety for them rashly. So, just be careful what you agree to.
Yeah.
Bit more here in Matthew Henry's. We love Matthew Henry. Just usually brings it out. Those who set their hearts upon money will do anything for it. What influence should the gifts of God have on our hearts? The way to preserve peace is to make the best of everything, not to notice what has been said or done against ourselves. Oh, that's heavy.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. A gentle reproof will enter not only into the head, but into the heart of a wise man. Satan and the messengers of Satan shall be let loose upon an evil man. Nice. Let us watch over our own passions and avoid the company of furious men. To render evil for Tove is devilish. He that does so brings a curse upon his family. What danger there is in the beginning of strife. Resist Resist its earliest display and leave it off, if it were possible, before you begin. It is an offense to YaHuWaH to acquit the guilty or to condemn those who are not guilty. Man's neglect of YaHuWah's favor and his own interest is very absurd. No change of outward circumstances should abate our affection for our friends or relatives. But no friend, except Yahushua, deserves unlimited confidence in him this text did receive, and still receives its most glorious fulfillment. Let not any wrong their families, yet Mashiach's becoming surety for men was a glorious display and a wonderful display of divine wisdom, for he was able to discharge the bond.
Wow.
Another one over here, a warning against suretyship. But we wanted to see the handshake more than anything, didn't we?
Well, you've got Matthew Poole's right below it, Bonnie. Striketh hands.
Yeah, here we go. Look. So striketh hands in token of his becoming surety. Yeah, I don't know, does anything stand out there?
Yeah, Gill's exposition says a man void of understanding strikes hands with his friend's creditor and becomes surety for him, and thereby acts a very unwise part and shows himself to want understanding by taking such a step, which may prove the ruin of himself and family. For though a man may and should love his friend at all times, yet he is not obliged under a notion of friendship to injure himself and his family or to run the risk of it. If he does, it is a plain case he wants wisdom and discretion. Or in other words, he needs it. He needs wisdom and discretion. And becomes surety in the presence of his friend, not the creditor, but the debtor. And to pass his word for him when he is present shows that his own word will not be taken. In other words, he can't sign for the loan himself. His own word won't be taken. And that he is either thought to be in bad circumstances and incapable of payment at the proper time, or else that he is a bad man of dishonest principles and will not. And in either case, it is not advisable to become surety for such a man. So he either cannot or he will not repay. Either case, it is not advisable to become surety for such a man. And besides, doing it in his presence may make him more careless and unconcerned about making tobe on his payment or contract at the appointed time when he knows his friend is engaged him. His friend is tied to him, basically. Yeah, so that's what that verse means.
Okay. Excellent. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
All right.
I'm going to try and work out how to stop sharing.
Did a while since she said to stop sharing.
Oh, yep. I don't know.
Is there anything else y'all want to see on Janette's table? See if there's anybody asking for anything over on YouTube.
Yeah, I've asked over in the live chat whether anyone wants to. There's any.
Darla, when are you going to upload that to like Rumble?
I don't know. It's going to be. I don't think I can actually. I don't think I can download from YouTube to go to Rumble. So.
Oh, you're going to just keep it on YouTube?
It'll just probably stay on YouTube.
When do you think you're going to upload it to that?
It is being recorded right now. It is live. It's on YouTube right now. So when we finish here, which is momentarily, it should just it'll just be there to be seen. Yeah. Yep. So if y'all don't have anything else, I think we will just be very thankful to Janette for doing this amazing work. We thank David Ray for being here and Leah Live, along with Bonnie and
Donna. Donna was here earlier, whether she's still there. And Tessa's just turned up over on the live chat.
Yeah, welcome, Tessa.
Yeah, welcome, Tessa. Welcome, everybody. Thank you.
We love y'all, and we will see you on our next presentation here. Who will be with you? Shalom. All right, that is it, y'all.
Yeah.